Vegans, and welcome into another episode of the CALIVEGAN podcast. I hope you're doing amazing. Today we're training pool, and we're going to talk about veganism and whatever you guys want. This is a Q&A based session, so drop in the comments some questions as you're tuning in so we get this going. And I'll go and start with my first set. We're doing muscle ups. Last week I did 6 muscle ups, 3 sets of 6, but that was on rings. A little harder on the bar, so let's see how I feel. I give it 5, I'll do 4 sets of 5, more sets, less volume. So if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you have any questions you want me to cover in the next episode. And if you want to interact, come to my Instagram, Stefano Vegan Calisthenics. Same thing on Instagram. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, all the good stuff. As you're tuning in, drop some questions. Today it's really a Q&A based session. Here we go. First question: How many meals per day? As many as you want, or as little as you want. That's the most important thing to consider. I don't know if you're like asking that question with a precise reason for building muscle, for losing fat. However, the most important thing is what number of meals per day works best for you, and then once you have that, you can just organize your diet based on that. Okay, so there is not a set amount of meal that you have to eat. I personally eat breakfast, then I will have a snack, then I will have lunch, then I will have 1 or 2 snacks, and then I will have dinner. So that's 7, yeah, 7, but those are just 6 or 7, but it's fine to have less. Having more, I think it's kind of pushing it, in the sense that if you have more than 7, it's probably because you don't have your diet organized, and it actually does not help with hunger management and overall taking care of your calories. As you're tuning in, guys, please drop some questions. Let's make this interactive, and so I can give you the information that you need to help you with your fitness goals, or you're curious about. And yeah, so 20 seconds rest. So I'll tell you another thing about the number of meals per day that I heard last week. Is very interesting and makes sense, and it really helps lose fat and stay lean. Two of 5. Well done, Stefano. So when it comes to number of meals per day, there are studies that really show how important it is to have set meals, a number of meals, whatever works best for you, but having set meals and set times in which you go to eat, and makes sense, you know, you have it in mind and you're not just, oh, I'm hungry now, I'm going to eat, I'm hungry now, I'm going to eat. If you teach your body and your brain when are you going to eat and what you're going to eat, following a structure, it's going to help you manage hunger and your calories better. Eclipse incoming? What that is? Is it really? So I never really met an ex-vegan in real life, or anti-vegans in general, no? You know, like those extremes views, let's say, against veganism. Usually, I only really heard and an answer to that online, not in real life. So if you go in my account later and you see my last post, my last outreach post, you'll see that I actually talked with someone that was, like she said, was vegan 2 years, vegetarian 20 years, and she was on a journey. And because of her journey and her learning process, she changed and go back into eating meat. And really was make no sense at all. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with people's brain, to be honest. Like, she was so irrational. And then, you know, once I told her, yes, well, like, sure, everyone is on a journey and on a learning process in life, but, you know, what have you learned? Like, you said that you went through the same learning process, so understanding that animals suffer, that's why you went vegan/vegetarian. So you learned that it's wrong to abuse animals, you learned that animals want to live, and there is a solution not to be part of that. So you went vegetarian/vegan, whatever. And now you decided that even though you know that, you go back to killing animals? What? How does that make sense? All right, 5. Bruce Lee had 5 short meals. Does it really work? Guys, like, this is what I try to make you understand. Like, nutrition doesn't have to be perfect days. You know, you will do intermittent fasting, split your meals 6 times per week, so you have the protein spread across the day, because this way your body absorb them better. Then other experts and studies come up saying that, we are learning that perhaps the body is able to store amino acids, and so it's not necessary. Then 10 years ago you had the anabolic window. You need to eat protein after 1 hour working out, or otherwise you don't build muscle, you don't assimilate, you lose some muscle growth. Like, this is all bullshit and unnecessary things to focus on. Really, like, my goal when it comes to talk about nutrition with you is allowing you to stop overstressing about nutrition. You need to eat healthy, mainly healthy. Now, you want to be pure and super healthy, you can do that too, but all you need is variety of fruit inside of your diet. Legumes, grains, nuts, vegetables, you know, dark leafy green, starchy vegetables like potatoes, your roots like carrots, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflowers. Okay, so seeds for good fat. So have a mixture of plant food inside of your diet. Make sure that you're eating enough calories based on whatever is your goal. If you're losing fat, you're going to be in a caloric deficit, or otherwise you're going to be eating a calorie maintenance. But things like the eating window after workout, the number of meals per day, intermittent fasting, and you know, we could throw in a lot of bullshit, but that's really up to you. You know, experiment different things and see what works for you. But when it comes to building muscle, you know, you gotta train. All right, most people listening to me and most of my clients, so my ideal clients, when they come to me and say they struggle with building muscle, many people will have this kind of questions and fear about nutrition, but then they can't do even one pull-up. And so why are you stressing so much about things that are not as relevant as training when it comes to build muscle, when you cannot even do pull-ups? And even if you can do 10 pull-ups, there's still so much you can do. Pull-ups, you know, strong people like let's say me, I can do pull-ups with 4 reps with 40 kilograms attached to my waist. So allow, you know, free your mind from fucking nutrition stress. There's many ways to eat, as long as you don't abuse animals, and for yourself, as long as you're mainly eating whole plant food, you're good. Control your calories if you want to stay lean and you want to make sure that you have enough energy levels. That's it. That's really the most important part. Eat enough, drink enough water. That's it. Oh yes, I feel like I should do another set. This is it. 4 sets of 4. These definitely deserve another set. Bruce Lee had 5 short meals. Does it really work? Why would, I mean, work in sense of what? Like people really think that nutrition just clicks something in you and it makes you boom, build muscle, boom, build strength. It's not. Nutrition is a support, and what really makes click when it comes to nutrition is you starting prioritizing your health, is you starting to eat more whole plant food inside of your diet, as well as you making sure that you're controlling your calories, not only to stay lean, but also because some people feel tired and sluggish because they're not eating enough calories. At the same time, some people feel tired and sluggish because they don't work out. If you're sedentary, then you're training your body to be lazy, right? Again, when it comes to strength training, building muscle, strength training is the most important part. Small meals or big heavy meals, which is better? Again, it's better whatever you enjoy the most. For me, I prefer bigger meal, especially lunch and dinner, small snacks. That's usually going to be fruits and nuts, and then my main meal is going to be legumes and grains and vegetables, and I have a big plate that really fills me up and make me feel full. For other people and clients of mine that started working with me, when I presented this kind of eating approach, they were like, oh, this is just too much food for me. No problem. Let's split this meal throughout the day and split those calories throughout the day, absolutely no problem. You need to find what works for you, right? Do not be fixated on a way of eating, because there are so many ways that you can eat and make it effective, okay? So all of these people that are demonizing a way of eating, some kind of food, those are people you should not listen to. Which watch? What? What's that sound timer? Is the resting time, 3 minutes resting time. Yeah, I agree. What you put inside matters more than what time or much we put. Try Indian vegetable fried rice restaurant with stays yum with paneer. Bro, like I guess you're new in my account. Like, paneer is dairy, and that's animal abuse. Cows are artificially impregnated. Yes, in India it happens to just look for animal equality. Indian dairy farms are abused in India too. Your worship the cow thing is something that doesn't really exist anymore, only in few places and towns. And even though these people are likely still going to a market and buy products that come from animal abuse and cows abuse, and they perhaps eat other animal products. So paneer is animal abuse, is a dairy product. A cow needs to be pregnant to give milk, and they will take the baby away every single time and sell it, and sell the baby to a slaughterhouse. If it's a male, it's a female, they get enslaved for milk, like the mom. So apparently you are a vegetarian. Vegetarian is animal abuse. Go vegan. Okay. Now you got pull-ups plus iso plus pull-ups. Okay. Drop questions for the ones that are coming on. It's a Q&A today. Where are you? I'm in Italy. What's your thoughts on a raw vegan diet? Good question. I have 2 minutes. So, raw vegan diet. I think it's healthy. It's a very healthy approach to diet, I think. You definitely need to adapt to it. You're eating a lot more fibers. I don't know. It's true that a lot of vegans that are these unhealthy vegans or ex-vegans, because they were unhealthy, is because they had before, they didn't feel very good and decided to go vegan for health, and they saw the light in this kind of approach to diet. So raw vegan diet, fruitarian. But what happened is that they don't realize that eating like that is going to make you feel a lot fuller, eating less calories, and the reason why they were feeling unhealthy and were malnourished. And perhaps a lot of these ex-vegans videos that you see, they're kind of very, very underweight. And the reason being is because they're not eating enough calories. So I don't think at all that raw vegan diet or fruitarianism is unhealthy, right? As I said before, nutrition science, it's okay, they behave like they know everything about the human body, but at this point I really think they don't. they make their best guesses, okay? And I'm not going to go completely against those guesses because it's still science. There's still studies around it. But I'm not going to invalidate the fact that there are strong fruitarian, there are healthy people that are on a raw vegan diet. Do I think though it's some kind of magic pill for curing diseases? I don't know. Maybe. I would say maybe. At the end of the day, there are stories of people that really did well and kind of made disappear some of their autoimmune diseases. So those are anecdotes, right? So I'm not going to suggest people to cure diseases through a raw vegan diet and fruitarian diet because we don't know. But I'm not going to invalidate that. I got more to say about the raw vegan diet, but we're going for a set first. So going back to raw vegan diet, fruitarian diet. So for me, how can I apply what I've learned from fruitarian and raw vegans? Because I had an interview with a couple of them. So again, I do think that raw food, it's a very healthy choice and something that everyone should start prioritizing if they don't. Even if it's going to be fruit and nuts, you know. It's a very great thing to add. This is my favorite snack, to just have fruit and nuts. But also raw vegetables. At the end of the day, raw vegetables do have more nutrients before being cooked. And this sometimes goes on the other side as well, right? Like for example, I think Dr. Greger as well suggests that some foods should be cooked before being eaten, but you know, overall I think it makes sense to have some raw vegetable inside of your diet to optimize health. For example, the way I started to do it at the beginning was having a salad in the evening. That would be dark leafy greens, carrots, tomatoes, onions, and all raw, all mixed together. And then I will also have tofu and bread. So you see, you don't have to go raw completely. You can eat more raw and perhaps get those health benefits and optimize your health a little bit more. Again, I don't necessarily know the health benefits coming directly from a raw diet, but I do know that, you know, when you cook, you lose some nutrients from the food. So perhaps it is healthy to have more raw food inside of the diet. So I started with the salad, but really in the evening, eating the huge raw salad, it really wasn't appealing to me. After my kickboxing workout, you know, it felt like another workout to eat a bowl of salad, to be honest. When you're eating raw, you're chewing your food more, and it's a lot. So I stopped doing that, and what I'm doing now in the morning, as a snack, I will have a green smoothie. So, you know, spinach, cucumber, and spirulina. I don't know, my girlfriend actually does the smoothie, but yeah, this is how I'm having my raw vegetables. The carrot, you know, in the smoothie. I think that's it all, really, like about the raw vegan diet. I think that's the kind of the problem with me. It's not a way of eating that satisfies me, that I enjoy. And I think that being fully raw, it does become a bit of a problem to eat enough calories, even though you can do it. Fruitarians do it, just they only eat fruit. So, you know, I guess it's doable, but I would say that it's surely more difficult to eat enough calories as a fruitarian or raw vegan. Whew, fuck. So, summary, I think raw food is healthy choice to add into your daily eating. I don't like to have salads, so I have my raw food in a smoothie. And you will say, hey, but you are processing and reducing the fibers. That's true, but it doesn't really matter because I eat a lot of fibers anyway. And 4, I don't really believe like raw or fruitarian is some kind of magic pill for health. I think you can be a healthy individual doing overall healthy choices and having a healthy approach to diet. Something that I didn't say though is that when I approach diet, especially like when I'm trying to lose fat, and I start eating more fruit so I can have more quantity of food that is low in calories, so it allows me to eat quantity of food without overdoing my calories. So I realized that more fruit is more energies. If I eat a lot of fruit, I do feel high on fructose, basically. And I can relate to another thing that I think at this point it's important to add. When you hear people telling you the blood sugar spikes after you eat this food and therefore this food is wrong, it's absolute bullshit. There's nothing wrong with blood sugar spikes. What is wrong is consistent high blood sugar, but that's not directly caused from the sugary fruit. Okay, this is, usually vegans don't have diabetes actually, right? And that's because we have a better cardiovascular system and we don't have fatty liver and fatty arteries, which Dr. Nagra explained that poor cardiovascular system is the reason why there is high blood sugar, is not the sugary food directly. And also like saying that blueberries are as bad as, a Snicker bar, come on, it's like nonsense. Do a muscle up. I have already done 6 sets of 5, brother. Do you eat seitan? No, I believe seitan doesn't taste good, and most people eat it for protein. And I think, and my answer to that is, if seitan substitutes a more nutrient-dense food like beans, and you do it just for protein, go back to the beans, because you don't have to worry as much about your protein intake as you think you have to. And for the person that asked me a muscle up, I don't even know if I can do it after all these pull-ups. Actually, I probably cannot. Fuck. Ah. All right. Which religion do you like, except Christianity? I don't like religion, to be honest, because I feel religion is a man construct, and for as much as they can be good, some of the values that religion teaches, I see often the selfishness of human ingrained into them. So I don't believe in religion, any religion. I believe in being a good human, not wanting to harm others, wanting to be leaving a good footprint in history, like doing something good. Obviously, helping animals liberate is my mission, but any other positive impact for animals or humans is good. Even for the environment is good. That's a good value to have. And those are some main values. Do you think you would survive on a raw vegan diet? Yes, of course. I just couldn't do it though. I just couldn't do it. I used to get sick 2 times a year with a raw vegan diet, not without proper supplement. I don't know, I think a raw vegan diet is, at the end of the day, when it comes to nutrients, is not a fruitarian diet, it's a raw vegan diet. So it's very similar to a normal whole plant food based diet. So I don't think you need any extra supplements if you're doing raw. Perhaps fruitarian, yes, because they only eat fruit, and I don't have it clear how you can get all the nutrients from a fruitarian diet. But there is a blacked out tattoo guy on YouTube, and they have documented their mainly fruit, or actually all fruit diet, and they do blood tests and everything, and it seems like everything is fine for them. So yes, we cannot make suggestions to the general population by listening to these anecdotes and singular persons, but I validate them, I recognize them, and I realize that nutrition can be done in so many different things, so many different ways. No, I cannot. Okay, let's give me 3 at least, if I cannot do 4. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fuck. No. What would you eat in a day if you were raw vegan? This question is better than previous. I don't have time actually to build up this question, because I should think about it. I don't have experience There are things called amino acid that you should have adequate amounts in your daily intake. Plants have all the amino acid. The knowledge about amino acids and what the nutrition science is push is overcomplicated, and it all comes from the concept that we need animal products inside of our diet, and animal products have the best amino acid profile because they have high amino acids. But that's a fear that you don't really need to have. Again, there's fruitarians that probably are lacking these amino acids, and they are ultramarathon runners. They are doing strength training. They're building muscle. There's one that's actually called fruitarian, right? Again, I'm not suggesting people to be a fruitarian. I'm just pointing out at things that other people are doing and making them work. So forget the amino acids. Don't worry about that. They are just overcomplicating things. You are an animal abuser. What's an animal abuser doing? Raw beef is... Are you raw food? I don't know. Are you an animal abuser or are you vegan? Tofu for additional amino acids. And bread and carbohydrates, you sure? Carbs make you perform stronger, absolutely. Antioxidants, nice. Raw is incomplete, unfortunately. I don't think it's incomplete because you can have the same plant-based food that you have cooked, you can have it uncooked. So maybe you want to be more specific about it, but so far I don't think you're making sense. Where are you based? I'd like to join your activist group or the one you're part of. I live in Malaga. I'm going fast with the questions that are here because I need to finish the last part of my workout, which is a chin-up pyramid, and I don't really have time because I only rest 30 seconds. What exercise can be done with the bars next to the pull-up bar? Nothing really. That's not... I use it for stretching. Maybe you can do straight bar dips. Without meat. I understand. Hello from Switzerland. Thank you. Do you avoid gluten? No, I don't avoid gluten. That's it. All right. I'm not going to be able to talk much now. If you need help to build muscle as a vegan and you want to do it through bodyweight training, with my CALIVEGAN program, I've helped already more than 200 vegan men becomes an inspiration, a living proof that vegans are strong and can build muscle. You'll have a calisthenics training plan that you can do from home and will be updated as you get stronger, so you have the motivation and look forward for the following workout. You'll be followed with a nutrition plan to make sure they get all the nutrients that you need and develop a lean physique. And you will get weekly check-in, access to me through chat, as well as group coaching call and strategic one-to-one call to make sure that you stay on track and everything makes sense to you and you don't feel alone. If you're interested in coaching, just drop me a DM saying CALIVEGAN and we'll have a deeper talk about your fitness goals. Okay, so before I go, I think there was, do you stretch every day? Yes. I can only a little English, but I'm always impressed by your installations. That's definitely poor English. Sorry, I'm joking. You're fine. I don't know what you mean with installations, but you're fine. Questions. What exercise can be... Okay, I answered that already. Oh, I can come closer. I can put this closer, so... I don't have to travel that much. Right, so 30 seconds rest, we said. So this is a pyramid. I start with 1 repetition, then I rest 30 seconds, and I add 1 rep. I've done up to 10 last week. I think I'm going to keep it that way. Yoo-hoo! Why do you change voice? I do whatever the fuck I want, man. If I want to talk like this, I want to talk like this. If I want to do anything in my life, I'm going to do it. What question is that? I changed my voice? Do I change my voice, guys? Eight 10-10 diet book for knowledge on the frugivore fruitarian diet. I hope there is the audiobook. If there is the audiobook, I'm definitely going to listen to it, because I mentioned last week that, you know, one of the things that are important for me as a man who is improving, want to progress in life, is actually reading. But in the beginning, I was really into reading, a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening. But after the beginning, I noticed that I stopped enjoy reading itself, and I stopped reading. You know, I my first year. My first year into becoming an activist, entrepreneur, and person who wants to live a life different from most average persons, and wanting to be someone who keep progressing, was reading. And again, first year, I think I read something like, I don't know, 10 books. And then I stopped because I just didn't enjoy the act of reading in the evening and in the morning. Anyway, I want to correct myself when I said, you know, I kind of may feel bad at the average person. I know average people are not necessarily bad. I just wanted to be a best version of myself, let's say. But yeah, I noticed that I wasn't reading, I wasn't doing that thing, even though I reminded myself multiple times that I wanted to read again. I wasn't doing it. And recently I started to listen to books, and this way I am more consistent with it, and I can actually gain more knowledge. That was 5, now it's 6. I know how to count. Okay, now it becomes hard. Right now I'm reading The Land of Hungry Ghosts from Gabor Mate. Talks about addiction, is so much super hyper interesting. I'm still thinking of Giorgio, who told me that, who asked me why I changed the voice. What are you talking about? Okay, 7. There's a good chance that I'm not going to be able to do 8 in a row. By the way, if you have ADHD or addiction, you should listen to Gabor Mate. Or read his books, or listen to his books. Fuck. I just checked on Amazon. Is available on Audible. Amazing. Might be my next book then. Since you already checked, you wanna tell me if it's free or I have to pay for it? I'm joking. I'm going to check myself. Seven, 8. And the 10th is the one that I hate the most. Quick resume about who Gabor Mate is, because first of all, he is a psychiatrist which has ADD, right? So it can be, you can really relate to those people. He also has a non-drug addiction, an addictive personality. He was in German concentration camps with his family because he was a Jew in those times. I mean, he's still a Jew. One more thing, yeah, he committed to work with people struggling with addiction in a neighborhood in America where situation is very, very bad. So it's really, really close to all these topics. All right, 10. I hate this one. Seven. Was easier than usual. 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not. Honestly, it was kind of too easy. An extra set. So I'll go for 11. So the 8, 10, 10 is free on Audible for subscribers. I am a subscriber, even though I'm going to end my membership because it seems like the books that I want to read, you still have to pay extra for them. So I don't know if it makes sense to keep paying the membership. Not sure. Five. Let's go for 7. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Acceptable. Thank you, Matthew. Oh fuck. Right, I'm tired. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what are the parts that you like the most about the podcast. Do the same thing on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube and you want to interact during these lives, just come to my Instagram. Stefano Vegan Calisthenics. Unfortunately, I cannot necessarily give you my times because they do change, but usually it's around 11:30 a.m. Central European Time. Stay strong and go vegan.